Hey guys, welcome back to another repair video on the RV. Seems like we're always doing them. Today we're going to fix a manufacturer oversight defect, whatever you want to call it. And if your slide looks like ours, it might be doing this. This is what the slide looks like when it's raining and you see the water running down. And the issue is the liquid adhesion is actually running around and touching the bottom of the floor there. And as soon as this gets worn through, the water is able to penetrate this Darko or underlayment product and is going to cause an issue with rot. And the more the slide goes in and out, the worse that stuff gets torn up and the more water is allowed to enter. So that we need to solve. And as you can see way down there, I have a drip coming through. So that is most likely the water entering just underneath here and running all the way down and dripping underneath. So this entire underbelly is getting wet right now. So that is a problem. Okay, you see what it was doing during the rain. The water was sheeting down and it gets into the underbelly of the slide and eventually is going to rot that wood out underneath. Temporarily, I just put some duct tape whenever we stop somewhere, and that's been kind of kicking the water off. But I've done some searching and we're going to install some very expensive plastic today. So basically these are slide skis and they're designed to go underneath here. They're going to lock underneath this trim and they're going to go underneath the slide itself, and the slide rim is going to slide on these skis, and hopefully this is going to protect the underbelly from wearing through. And then the lip on the side is going to keep the water from getting into the underbelly because it's going to be tucked underneath this piece of trim. So let's get started. Alright guys, I'm interrupting this video real quick. If you guys are getting value out of this type of video, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing. It really helps us out and we really want to get more videos out there to you guys. So on with the rest of the video. Okay, so first things first. Inspect the product. This set comes with two, so you got one on each side. And they sent us some putty tape, and that's how it adheres to the bottom of the slide. So nice enough to send us this. And this is what the ski looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to size this up for your slide, and one side is going to get cut off. So these are kind of universal. And this is going to be the side that's inside. It kind of wraps around the inside of the slide, and then this will be the side that's going to be toward the outside of the slide, and it'll get trimmed off to the appropriate length that you need. And ultimately you'll have one on each side. The trick here is we have to remove the banding on the side, and we have to jack up the slide a little bit in order to get enough room to get this guy underneath. So let's do that next. Alright, so I've made a quick T-bar. And I'm going to use a house jack. However, you can use a car jack, and that's basically going to raise the slide. We're going to pull the slide in so that it gets out of the resting position. It's going to be in about 8 inches so that the slide is up, and then we're just going to jack one side up and we're going to end up putting this in. So next step is pull the slide in a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to take this trim piece off and just score it with a razor. All the sealant off, and then take your screw gun and remove the screws. The one inside screw you're probably going to have to get from inside the RV. Make sure you save all these parts. Got the last one on the inside.
Making it look like Houdini did it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Houdini did do it. Alright, and you're gonna wanna clean the surface really good. Get all the old sealant off, or straight edge. Scrape all this gunk off. Okay, so now we're going to jack up the slide, but be sure that you don't put your block where your ski's going to go. Make sure it's in far enough. Putting your brace right here up against the edge, because that's where you're going to have to work. So it goes up pretty easy. Just you don't have to go very far until you see some daylight through underneath the slide, which I have maybe about an 1/8 of an inch right now, which will be enough to slide the ski in. And next step is going to be to trim it to size. Alright guys, so I've already trimmed off this side flush, and that's the side that's going to go outside, and then this contour right here is what you're going to want on the inside, and you're going to want the 90-degree to be on the outside of the slide. So this is basically going to sit in the slide like this, and the piece of wood that is underneath your slide is angled, contoured here. So this contour here is going to line up with this contour here. So all we're going to do now is slide this out. I'm going to make some measurements, and I'm going to trim some more on the outside so that this actually slides all the way in. So it's a little bit of a trial and error. Alright, so I've measured, I put this out pretty much where it's going to be, and I measured on the inside, and I'm 5 3/4 in my situation. Stick it out too far, so I know I have to trim another 5 3/4 on the outside to allow this to slide all the way out. So let's do that now. I'm also going to have to do a little trimming back here. Again, this is going to be unique to every RV, but mine, it's hitting the metal underneath, so I'm going to have to just trim a little angle in the back. But again, that's just custom to every RV. I'm going to check the inside, sure it looks good. So the inside's looking good, it's sitting nice and flush to the slide here. We are going to have to trim a little bit to contour around. It's hitting the trim here, so I'm just going to have to make some marks, pull this guy back out, and then just contour everything. Again, this is just custom to every RV, and I'm probably going to just trim the top of this off to be flush with the edge of the slide so we don't have this little lip here pushing down on it. But other than that, the length is good, so a little trim work, and we'll go to the next step. I've done my notching on the inside. As you can see, this contours around the inside where the trim is and the carpet. Again, that's going to be unique to every RV, and I took a little bit off the lip here so it wasn't sticking proud of the outside of the plywood there. Next step is going to be putting on some of this sticky tape. Alright, so I have the sticky tape on, and I'm going to leave the plastic on for now until I slide it in, and I'll just peel it. The inside will be tacked in with the trim, so we're not going to do anything there. And this should hold it in place, and then the weight of the slide riding on it should be good. So let's get this slid in, and then we'll put the trim back on. Okay, so that's stuck on there. Next step is we're just going to clean this trim off, get all the butyl tape off the back. I'm going to put a fresh coat of butyl tape on here. It's a little overkill, but that will seal the holes. Okay, when you put your trim on, make sure it's always got a little bit of an angle going out, so when the water hits it, it runs away and it doesn't run back inside the RV. So just tilt it just slightly. Alright, so we've slid the slide in and out a couple times. Looks like it's running really good, nice and smooth. I'm going to clean up a little excess of butyl tape that I had run out. Okay, and the final step is going to be to reseal this trim, and I like to use the clear ProFlex RV. I'm going to leave links to all this stuff below so you guys know what to get. The butyl tape, the skis, the ProFlex, so check the comments below. And so the last step is just seal all this up on top so water doesn't get back behind there. I like to even seal up my screw heads just in case. I'm going to seal up the end of the ski too, so water doesn't get back in there. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much wrapped up on this side. I'm going to do a little final sealing, but you get the point. Now water is going to feed right down here. It's got no way to get in, even if it does come underneath a little bit. This goes out about 6 inches, so that water by then will run off. Seals up the end of this slide completely. It doesn't get to the plywood. If this is something that you guys have on your RV, click that link below, get you one of these right away. This is something that's going to save your slide. And if you get any value out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you guys just like, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing. It really helps us out doing more of these videos, and as we come across things like this, we'll keep putting it out there for you guys. Take it easy.